Hello everyone, my name is Rajdeep. Welcome back to my channel. Um, I hope you have liked my previous videos about how to make the Ansible system on WSL to do your own hands-on lab and testing. Plus, what are the basic configurations required in terms of WinRM on the host, which you would like to manage from Ansible. So that part has been covered, right? And as you can see on my screen here right now from the Ansible system, I'm able to do the ping command to my workgroup system, right? A Windows Server 2019. So that pretty much worked well until now, right? So in today's video, let's see, the true power of Ansible. I mean, let's say we'll begin with Ansible in action, right? And for this video, we are going to take the Win domain module, right? So let me bring the Ansible document right in front. Okay, so there you go. As you can see here, docs.ansible.com, where you can find Windows modules. And there are a lot of modules. So out of that, we are going to cover Win domain, right? So you can do the reading, what the Win domain does, what are the parameters that we can use, right? So we are going to just copy and paste this example set here. So I've already copied this information. So let's go back to our Visual Code editor. There you go. So everything is there. So we have the host. So we are defining the servers group from the host file. The task namely will be, it will create the first domain controller in the forest. So you define the parameters, the variables, right? It is win domain is the module we are using, and the variables inside the module are, you have to define a name, domain name, followed by the domain mode, that is forest level and domain level, functionality level, right? So would you like to keep it 2010, 2008, 2012, etc. So I haven't used Win Threshold until now, so let's see what Win Threshold does. Most likely, I'm assuming that it will, match up to the operating system level of the server operating system. For in our case, it's Windows 2019, right? So let's find out once we promote that workgroup system to our domain controller. And then you provide a password, a register. So we will ask the, you know, Ansible Win reboot to reboot the system once the domain controller promotion is complete, right? So we have the YAML file ready. Let's go back to our system here and we will run the command of that. We change the directory first. Okay, so we are going to use create AD forest YAML file. Let me confirm. Yes, that's the file we are going to use. Okay, create AD forest YAML. Let's hit enter. Okay, the task has begun. In the meantime, we can come back to our server, right, which we are promoting as a domain controller and creating our first forest. So let's take a look at the services. Without the ADDS service, it will not work. So is the module actually working? We can quickly find out from here. So until now, we don't see the ADDS service. Okay, so what the task is doing. Okay, the task is in progress. So create the first controller. Right, let's go back. This might take a minute or two. or maybe more than that. Okay, there you go. I can see Active Directory domain services, which is currently disabled. That's absolutely fine. So in the background, things are working as we expected. So this, as we can see here, it's still in workgroup. And soon we will see the feature is installed and it's asking to promote us the server, right? So let's see, where is it? Okay, so we will resume once the domain controller promotion is complete. Right, so until then, I'll pause the video. You can try it in your own test environment meanwhile. Thank you. There you go. As you can see here, that the ADDS service is installed. Now, if you do manual installation of Active Directory, so first from the rules and features, you install the ADDS service, and then you promote it, right? So perfect. Okay, so it looks like, let's go back to our Ansible system here. Okay, so we have completed our task, first task, that is to create the domain controller. Now, followed by the first task, it's the second play, which is reboot the server, which is currently in progress. Okay, we will allow the system a moment to come back and we will resume. All right, so the system is back online, so let's try to log in. And there you go. So that's the domain. As you can see here in our playbook, right? So we mentioned, yes, we need a domain, and our desired domain name was testlab.local. So we have it. Let's see if we can log in. Looks good. We'll allow the server manager to come back online. There you go. So our Ansible play is complete too. Let's go back to the server manager. As you can see here, now it's the domain controller. So let's see if we have the administrative tools to run on a domain controller, such as Active Directory users and computers, sites, DNS, domains and trusts. Everything is right in front of us. Let's quickly open Active Directory users and computers. Perfect. So that's the only system currently available in this forest, and which is the primary domain controller, right? So having said that, that concludes this video. In the next video, we are going to see how to now secure the WinRM connectivity, right? So we will no longer use the local authentication, but a domain user account exclusively for Ansible, which will be used to, do any kind of task or run any kind of playbooks on the managed systems in a domain. Thank you for watching.